Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here with another blast of wholesome, buttery goodness as I prepare to lay a righteous smackdown on some alien chumps in XCOM 2. Though, if when you consider that the butter is slathered all over my nude body, it's probably not really all that wholesome, either from a nutritional or moral standpoint. On the plus side, though, it does make me more slippery than a greased pig at a county fair, so at least the aliens will have a tough time getting a grip on my bristly pink hide. Yeah, take that, aliens. Want to touch a greasy, naked Perfidious Pete? I thought not. Pretty much nobody does. It's, it's a problem for me, but in this situation, I'm turning that problem and making it work for me. This time it's an advantage. But, aliens, if you want to mount that old winner's platform and get a shiny silver dollar from Gavin McLeod, you've got your work cut out for you, tangling with a greased-up Pete. And don't ask me why this interstellar occupation and deadly conflict has suddenly become, in my mind at least, a greased pig contest. Though, now that I think about it, I did win a greased pig contest once when I was 8 years old, and the grand prize for that was a shiny silver dollar. So, I guess that's why you win a silver dollar for competing in such an event. And of course, as for the Gavin McLeod thing, come on, man. You try and imagine a town that's going to hire somebody to be the MC at their county fair, and I just imagine them hiring anybody, especially the type of fair that has a greased pig contest, by the way. Just try and imagine them hiring anybody but Gavin McLeod. Seriously, if the image in your mind isn't Captain Stubing, your brain is it's doing it wrong. Doing something wrong. And speaking of doing the wrong thing, we've got a little base maintenance here to take care of before things truly get up and running. So let's get to work on that, because I'm sure I'm totally hosing this up, but it seems like at this point the only logical way to proceed. We got to upgrade resistance comms. Eventually the aliens are going to get back to building facilities, and if we want to stop that, we've got to make contact. So first thing we're going to do, well, basically what we're doing is squandering the entire fortune we just got for our monthly supplies. But we're going to upgrade old resistance comms. That's going to give us more contacts. They gave us one, huh? Wow, okay, I really expected more than one contact out of that. Can we staff another engineer then on that? Like, what if we take Lena Kohler, empty her out of that, and leave Lorenzo down there all by his lonesome with the shovel to man the shovel? No, this is not where I need to be, aliens. That's, again, alloy crystals and Illyrium? You know what? Not now. Also, just get out of the screen. Didn't want to come here, damn it. Man, Lorenzo's putting up a stink about it. Man, you can't leave me down here all alone with all this debris. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm just one man with a shovel.
Still waiting for an assignment. We can have them working on construction, excavation, or staffing a facility.
Like resistance comms, perhaps, which is what I was trying to have Lena Kohler do here before you so rudely interrupted me. Man, that Lily, she really needs to work on her personal skills. I can see why she's down in the lab all the time with her gremlins. I don't want to throw shade at her, but I think it's definitely stunted her interpersonal skills. I really do. The other thing we're going to do, since we have 162 supplies left here, I really think it's time we probably go ahead and just build the shadow chamber. They've been harping at me to build the shadow chamber for months. I think it's time we just go ahead and do it, if for no other reason than to get Dr. Tigan and Lily to just leave me the hell alone. All I want's 5 minutes peace, guys. Can you give me 5 minutes, please? 5 minutes, that's all I want. I don't ask for a lot, I'm a simple man, but just 5 minutes alone in my room to masturbate without Optimus Prime watching, that's really all I need, guys. So that's taken care of. There is one other item that I really want to take care of. I would like to build a new exosuit, or rather, the Wraith suit equivalent, which I think is called a war suit. Unfortunately, it takes 50 supplies. We don't have 50 supplies, so what we're going to do, we're going to go get 50 supplies. I'll beg, I'll borrow, I'll steal, I'll fly back to this supply drop and just pick them up off the ground. It's not rocket science here. It could be rocket science involved. I suppose the war suit does frequently contain a rocket, so, maybe it actually is rocket science. What kind of new staff have we got here? At this point, I'm not really feeling the need to get a whole lot more staff. We have 7 engineers, which once all of our clearing is done, seems like an ample supply. And as for the scientist thing, our scientists are sort of running out of shit to research already. Sorry, Minsu Lu, but the job market being what it is, don't really think there's a whole lot of demand for you as a scientist. So I'm gonna take a pass on all of that. And we'll come over here to this alien wreckage, because alloys and Illyrium we are going through at a pretty furious pace. And I'm about to use some more right here. The other thing we need to do is get our hands on more supplies so we can do some weapon upgrade. You know what? I need to think about maybe getting beam cannons on board. How much do beam cannons cost?
Orders, Commander?
Well, tell me how much a beam cannon costs, Lily. That's your order. So they're ridiculously expensive. 250. That's a ton. Plasma lance is 300. Plasma rifle also 250. Considering we typically take 2 grenadiers on every mission, I think the beam cannon is definitely our value choice here. But I still want to build the better exosuit. And we can afford to do that right now. So we're going to have to save up for the more advanced weaponry. But the exosuit, oh, that we can start right away. Advanced explosives is currently in. You know what? That's fine. We'll just queue the warsuit up behind that.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
You know, now you're making me doubt myself, Lily. That's not really the great thing to say if you want to sort of inspire confidence in your leader. What you should just say is, oh, man, that's a great idea, sir. Or, nice call, man. Good call. You don't say, interesting choice, like maybe there's some kind of doubt whether I've made a good decision or not. Like, your passive-aggressive way of fucking telling me I'm an idiot. I'm on to you. Seriously, Lily, your interpersonal skills, they need work, girl. They need work. We're 1 supply short of being able to build a relay in India, but we have enough intel to make contact, so you know what? I think we head down to Indonesia, just make contact here the old-fashioned way, and once that's finished, maybe we'll put a relay in New India. Because we are going to need one down here, I think, for the continent bonus anyway. I believe the Australian subcontinent here does require... It's like 2 locations, and I think it does require 1 relay.
Interesting discoveries, Commander.
Oh, I'm sure you made some interesting discoveries, specifically in new ways to induce orgasm in your brain.
Is capable of functioning in combat well after the original wearer.
You don't say, Dr. Tigan. What, did you just watch the mission footage? Is that it? You watched, like, last episode?
Further study into this unusual behavior.
I hate you so much, Dr. Shand. He's like, yeah, hey, by the way, it comes back after it's dead. That's the one thing I learned about it. When you kill it, it comes back. It'd be like, fuck, Dr. Shand, I didn't need you in your sparkly white lab coat to tell me that. I already knew it, man. I already knew it. In fact, I told you that. Then I showed you footage of it happening. What the hell's a proximity mine? Oh, proximity mine. Oh, are you even half as good as the proximity mine from Vanilla? So we can build this. The proximity mine will self-trigger when an enemy generates, dealing massive damage to the environment and enemy targets alike. Well, massive damage to environment and targets. These are the words that are music unto Perfidious Pete's ears. So we could decrypt this data pad. That's going to get us, I think, intel, which we're a little low on, but doesn't really seem like a priority, although it does only take 3 days to research, so it's not a huge deal. And this is sort of exactly what I was talking about with not hiring scientists. I really sincerely feel like we got the whole science thing pretty much fucking down. This is on autopilot at this point. We got to do this chrysalid autopsy.
The name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means.
Boy, Dr. Tigan's just digging right in there. Got the claws, the spikes, the chitinous plates, the terrifying ability to incubate its young inside your body. I'm assuming, because they did that previously. We don't know, we haven't been hit by one yet. Dr. Tigan doesn't give a shit. He's all about, man, where do I put my penis? That's all I really need to know, is where is the hole, and where do I put the penis? If there's not a hole, I'm going to make one. Oh, you're a freaky cat, Dr. Tigan. I'm seriously, you are one freaked out maniac, baby.
I was not going to admit it to Shin, but there is one thing I miss more than my lab equipment. Those damn juicy Advent burgers.
You know, those are made from people, right, Dr. Tigan? It's people! Advent burgers are made from people! He doesn't give a damn. I mean, then again, his favorite pastime is humping the corpses of dead aliens, so why would he give a shit about a little casual cannibalism? Doesn't really seem like the kind of thing that would be on Dr. Tigan's radar. So what's a proximity mine, then? Because now I'm genuinely curious. Is this a proving ground project? Or is this just something we can straight up build? Okay, so it's definitely not a proving ground project. Oh, Lily, my love, can you make me some kind of new explosive?
Get started, Commander.
Can you build me a delicious exploding proximity mine? Oh, you can. Takes 100 supplies, though. That's a lot. Is it worth it? I loved proximity mines in the original XCOM. I mean, I seriously had an unhealthy? I guess that was like unwholesome and unhealthy. That's the new portmanteau of those two words, unhealthy. So you know what? Fuck it, I'm rolling with it. I had an unhealthy affinity for proximity mines in vanilla. It was the thing that made archers great in the long... You know what? Fuck it, I'm doing it. And you're just saying, you know, Pete, you just set yourself like a third of the way back from getting your beam cannons, and you're not wrong, I did, but the extra damage from a beam cannon I'm feeling like is maybe gonna pale in comparison to the extra damage from a proximity mine.
On the surface, it was very comfortable, but there was a price for that comfort.
No sexual gratification, that's what Dr. Tigan's about. No corpses to hump.
But Advent is all
See? He's like, they're always watching, man. You can't just randomly hump a sectoid. Sometimes Big Brother he's looking out, and if he catches you with your naughty bits inside a sectoid, or rather a sectoid inside your naughty bits, as the case may be, they come down hard on that shit, man. They don't like it. They don't like it when you're, getting off on the corpses. That's why I came out here to the fringes on the outer rim, where nobody's looking for me. And there are no laws, and I can do whatever the hell I want. This is Dr. Tigan's dreamland right here. So we're making contact. We got some alien wreckage to check out. We do need to go investigate the black market. But we're low on intel, so at this point, okay, Neil Catrick, right? Soulfire. More training for you then, Neil. Sustain. Psi operative takes enough damage to be killed. Okay, so we've seen that one a couple times. Fortress. Psi operative is immune to fire, poison, acid, and explosive damage. I mean, that seems really good. Void Rift. Generates an explosive field of psionic energy that immediately damages everything within. Organic enemies have a chance to suffer insanity. I mean, yeah, that actually seems pretty good. Let's go with that, Neil. Dude, give me a little Void Rift training there. Yeah. We need to take a look at Neil Patrick Harris. What abilities does he even have? Because he's just been training. All we're doing is having him sit in there with Casper Van Dien and guess, like, what's written on... This is not what I want. One of you soldiers, please. He's just sitting in a room with Casper Van Dien trying to guess what's written on the back of a card. We kind of need to see what abilities he has. Do you not have personal combat sims? Oh, well, you definitely need this. Because you're, I would assume giving you bonus willpower is amazing. So we're going to do that. And Neil Patrick Harris does not have a single weapon upgrade. We should probably give him some weapon upgrades then, huh? Do I want to give him a superior stock? I kind of don't. Do I want to give him a superior advanced magazine? Shit, no. We got way better uses for that. We could give him a regular stock and a repeater. We're not... I'm kind of more inclined to just let him borrow Casper Van Dien's gun. Now, because Casper Van Dien's probably going to need it. What if we just give him an advanced stock and... You know what? Fuck it. We're just going to leave his weapon unupgraded. I honestly don't feel like we're going to be having him shoot at stuff ever. So, you know what? We'll give you the PCS thing, but the weapon upgrade, Neil, I don't think you're going to need it, buddy. Let's face it, the gun is not really... It's not really what you're all about. I just want to see his abilities. Let me see his abilities, please. Soldier abilities. Thank you. So he has Inspire, which gives us an extra action. Stasis Shield. Cast on allies, rendering him immune to attacks and stun for 1 turn. Okay, so we have the Protect somebody who fucked up. We've got Give somebody a bonus action, which seems good. We also have Stasis, which is fuck with the enemy. So bad guys are screwed. We're screwed. Somebody gets an extra action. You have, like, no offensive capabilities whatsoever, do you? You have none. So your offensive output is effectively whatever you can get out of giving someone else. So yeah, we're going to need more abilities, I think, on Neil Patrick Harris before we consider deploying him. Also, I wouldn't mind having a little better psi amp for Neil either. So yeah, you know what? You're not done cooking, Neil. I'm tossing you back in the oven. Sorry, I poked in a toothpick and it came out sticky. So you know, go back in there and keep at it. I'm gonna set the oven to 350 and just let Neil go back in and keep cooking a little bit because he's not quite done. Really don't want to get an undercooked Neil Patrick Harris. You get an undercooked Neil Patrick Harris, you could be looking at pretty nasty bacterial infection. Catch like some salmonella, maybe a little E. coli, shit like that. You're gonna wind up in the hospital, man. Hospital bills, they'll ruin you. There's no free healthcare in the Resistance, I'm sorry. So we got 65 new supplies coming in every month. That's good, because we're completely strapped for supplies, and we have an opportunity to head for a black site here as well. Do we have enough intel to make this contact? No. How much do we need? 80. We're not that far off from 80 intel, actually. So let's come sort this. You know what? No, let's hit the black market real quick. I've got some junk I want to get rid of. We've got a bunch of like lower tier weapon upgrades that I don't think we're ever actually going to equip on anybody. And it seems like the prudent thing to do with that loot that we're never going to use is just sell it, because we definitely can use the supplies. The Advent data... Oh, that's a ton of supplies, man. We could research this for intel, but we can also just scan... You know what? Yeah, you're gone. If they're very interested in that, we're selling it. We should probably keep at least one Andromedon wrecked. I think we may need it. Getting rid of some alloys might not be a terrifically terrible idea either, since we do have an event to go scan for some. You know what? Yeah, let's shave this down a little bit as well. I'm going to go down to 110 seems reasonable. Advent Trooper corpses, we've got more than we need. Let's shave that down to, let's say, 5. You know what? Let's just go down to 5 on all of our corpses. If we have more than 5 of any sort of corpse, we're going to take it down to 5. Archons, we'll hang on to those. And now let's get rid of this other junk. Advanced Focus, plus 19 will. Is anybody ever going to use that? I mean, theoretically, yeah, that would be useful for somebody who doesn't have something else, so let's hold on to that. This stock, are we ever going to use it? No, it's sold. A regular laser sight, are we ever going to use that? No, it's sold. Superior expanded magazine, that'll get used. We're hanging on to that. Hazmat vest, I think we hang on to. Chrysalids and faceless, it's not going anywhere. Advanced stock, non-zero chance we use that. Superior agility actually needs to be on somebody right now. That's just me being stupid. So yeah, that's 262. That's enough for our beam cannons, which I think we then take this cash.
I think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is.
Did you predict anything other than a massive, crushing, toe-curling orgasm for yourself? Because if you predicted anything other than that, Dr. Tag, and I gotta say, I could have told you were gonna be wrong.
My doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
But it turns out I was totally justified because, man, I still have cramps in my feet from how hard my toes curled when I humped this bad boy. Turns out I was, I like it dangerous, man. I like the rough stuff. Hell Weave not only grants bonus to soldier health, but will return damage to any enemy melee attackers and grants a 100% chance to set them on fire. Man, for a melee trooper, that seems absolutely amazing. I mean, that seems really good. I'm not going to build one because I don't really like melee, so we'll just let that slide.
The product of an extensive fusion.
And now Dr. Tigan gets to live out his dream of having a chance sexual encounter with both a dead alien and Jaime Lannister at the same time.
Ornate design by alien standards, with an air of authority spurred by its distinctive appearance. I can only assume that.
Oh, Dr. Tigan is so turned on right now. Listen to him. He's gushing.
To the other forces.
Oh, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, touch me. Oh, touch me. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, you know where I want you to touch me, Nick. Yeah. Every time I think you've creeped me out as much as it's possible for me to be creeped out, Dr. Tigan, you fucking out yourself. It's impressive, really, your continual abilities to give me a little bit of squick, but you're good at your job, man. You're good at your job. All right, so weapons. I would like beam cannons, please. Thank you. Beam cannons now done. That means it's back to the Geoscape. We head over here, we get our alloys and crystals, and at some point you're going to give us a mission here, XCOM, I got to assume. We're like, what, 15 minutes into this whole gig and again, nothing? You guys haven't even fucking tickled my fancy with a mission here? Not even like a tiny little tickle? Advanced explosives is finished. Okay, excellent. We'll just carry on then. EMP bomb. Massive amount of damage to robotic and mechanical targets. Even those that survive the initial damage can be temporarily shut down and unable to function. Organic enemies are immune. Smoke bomb. It's upgraded smoke bomb. Okay, so it's a better smoke grenade. Acid bomb. Oh, so it's an upgrade to everything we've discovered. All right, well, that strip away. Okay, so we have acid bombs, incendiary bomb. Oh, yeah, we're going to fucking drop a Moab on some aliens right now. Oh, yeah, fuel air bomb. Yeah, get ready for it, aliens. You're about to get fucked. Finally, here's our mission. All right, our guerrilla ops. What are our chances? Very difficult for 211 supplies. Advent midnight raids increases the cost of recruits by 100 for a month. As much as I would love 211 supplies, I don't give a single shit about this. The mobile infantry has probably got all of the recruits I think we're going to need for the near future. A scientist. Detection radius, probably not going to do that one either. Alien, oh, well, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a sharpshooter major. This is very difficult mission. Wow, okay, but really, alien infiltrator, this has got to be stopped right here. This is a very, very significant problem for us. We're going to be stopping this one. All right, this is our mission. We're going to go do Operation Amber Chant, which sounds oddly like the title of like one of those Gregorian monk sort of really popular in the mid to late 90s albums. Be like, Amber Chant. And now, the men of the glorious Sacristy Monastery bring you their musical stylings of Amber Chant. And then it's just like guys singing in Latin for 3.5 hours. All right, Amy Smart, what do you got? You got the Dragon Fire rounds, which I was a huge fan of. You're going to hang on to those. Acid Bomb. So we need to look at this because with the explosive upgrades, did our plasma grenades also get better? 5 to 6 damage. So the plasma grenade still does 5 to 6 damage. Shreds 2, radius of 3. Okay. So what's this actually going to do? 5 to 6 damage, radius shreds. Okay, what about... Let's see then what an acid bomb does. Also 5 to 6 damage, so the same damage as a plasma grenade. It shreds more, same radius, same range. Alright, so we definitely are going to go with getting rid of... Okay, so plasma grenades actually are something to be phased out now. Acid bombs and incendiary bombs seem like they're just going to be straight up better. Proximity mine. Throwing a proximity mine will not break a soldier's concealment. Oh, that's awesome. Not triggered by friendly units, but if caught within mines, friendly units will be damaged. Okay. This does 8 damage. That's a lot. It's got a range of 12, so you can chuck it a pretty good ways. A radius of 5, and it shreds 2. Oh, that thing is real good. But Amy Smart, I really feel like you're the wrong candidate for that particular weapon. So you hang on to those dragon rounds, plasma grenade. All right, you're good, Amy Smart. We got nothing we need to change on you. Jake Busey. Hey, where's Brenda Strong? Is Brenda hurt? Oh, no, Casper Van Dien is hurt. All right, so we're a man short. So then, is this the mission we maybe get Neil Patrick Harris into the game? Is it finally time to give Neil Pat the call? I'm thinking about it. We do have Denise Nuclear Richards, who's our other specialist, and hacking has proven itself to be very important for us. Denise is a medic, though. I mean, she's no Casper Van Dien. Neil Patrick Harris actually won't get experience for going on a mission, though, so the problem is Eric Bruscutter's nickname is Barbarian. That's fantastic. I'm not even going to change it. I like it. It's an Eric Barbarian Bruscutter, even though I really feel like it should be something Rube Baker flavored. All right, we got to go with Denise Richards because I'm not going on a mission without somebody to hacks, but we are going to switch this up a little bit. Brenda Strong is on board. We love Brenda Strong. She's amazing. Brenda Strong, we need to give you the proximity mine. So let's get rid of your plasma grenade. And what we're going to give you instead is the old proximity mine, since it does more damage and you can toss it without breaking your cover. I think the Mimic Beacon, do we let you hang on to that? We could give the Mimic Beacon to Denise Richards, who likely isn't going to have some... Oh, no, she needs a Skulljack. Never mind. Denise Richards is a Skulljack, and I forgot. Or ball mining, as the case may be. I don't know if she's going to take after Casper Van Dien and go exclusively for nut-based data infiltration, but you never know. I mean, it's worked out. I mean, Casper has found data in the testicles before. Assuming Advent Troopers even have testicles. I don't even know what gender they are. I don't want to stereotype. It seems like they're default male to me. But hey, they could be Lady Advent. They could be gender neuter Advent for all I know. Maybe they got nothing down there. Maybe there's no testicles or twat to mine. There's no genital mining. Casper Van Dien's just a creep. He's like, hey, they're smooth like a Ken doll. Watch me stab him. So this mission, very difficult, and we're already like 20 minutes into this, so I hate to do cliffhangers, but this is our first very difficult mission. We did get a very difficult draw once before, but we had to skip that one because it wasn't a relevant dark event for us to really need to focus on countering. Having faceless on every mission would be very annoying, but I mean, the other two, not really. We got to stop this one. The other two were not a big deal. Increased recruit costs, we don't give a shit about that. Slightly increased detection radius for the enemy, not really a big deal. Slightly annoying because it does make ambushes a little bit more difficult to set up, but I think all things considered, having a faceless on every single mission is way more irritating. We're going to Operation Blood Station here in Beijing. But I was going to go to Blood Station and pick up some free blood. Man, to get the best blood at Blood Station, forget Toshi Station and stupid power converters. It's all about Blood Station now and the delicious blood. Because in my mind, Luke Skywalker was secretly a vampire. I don't know where I was going with that. So we are concealed, right? We are. How far do we have to travel to get to the thing? Not that far. And we have a pretty good elevated position up here. We could just get up on this highway and sort of rain death on our foes. And when it comes to the raining, I mean, I think raining death on your foes is probably the best variety of rain. All right, Busey. Let's get you into the mix here. Our camouflage ranger. Any vision on the enemy? Jake Busey says, hey, it's all clear, Pete. You know what? I'm going to trust you, Busey. Last time I trusted you, it completely fucked me because you ran in and blew our cover straight away. But this time, I'm thinking this is probably a safe spot for you to be. And we still see no enemies. Very interesting. All right, Brenda Strong. You get up here on a single move? You can't.
Orders confirmed.
This makes me a little hesitant, actually. We are going to want troopers up high. So what I'm worried about is that there might be a pod up here and that we just can't see it. And that when I end my move, I'm going to wind up flanked by another unit that's also up here. This would be very bad, but if it's going to happen, now's the time that we should have it happen because we still have other units to move that could maybe dig us out of a hole if we find ourselves in one. Don't make me have to whip out the shovel, Brenda. All right, good. No shoveling is required. That's excellent. Brenda getting it done. Brenda strong, staying strong. I mean, I know she's desperate, but it's all good, Brenda. Don't worry, girl. Amy Cameo Smart, I think we want you up high as well. Man, Amy Smart is really quick. She's light on her feet, that's Amy Smart. She's got some foot speed. She ran cross-country in high school. Little known fact, Amy Smart was a dedicated cross-country runner. Dizzy, we definitely want you up high, so you're just going to head on up here, girl.
Let's do this.
And our first turn consists almost entirely of movement. It's not a bad thing. If we can get vision on the thing, we can just have Dizzy snipe the thing. So, I mean, we don't even really have to get close to it. We can take the time completely out of this as a factor. And so that pod is problematic. Do we have any other enemies in sight? We do not. All right, Brenda Strong. You get close enough to drop a proximity mine on those guys? The answer is almost certainly. We then have somebody else go drop some other variety of explosive on top. All right, so we're going to test this theory out early. In vanilla XCOM, especially in a long war, one of my favorite strategies was dropping a proximity mine on a group of unsuspecting enemies and then just decimating them by setting that explosive off with another group of explosives. Now the problem is, am I willing to engage two pods at once? Because we will have to do this. We would have to engage two at once. Alternatively, oh, that's a Kodak, too. They're real irritating. We could try and get a full round of Overwatch from the entire team. Man, our cover up here is going to be just god-awful, though. What ability is this? Oh, this is Denise. Denise Richards has cereal? Jesus Christ, Denise Richards, when did you pick up one of the greatest abilities in the game? You're a medic. Okay, well, I mean, clearly Denise Richards is a medic, but apparently she's a fucking serial killer medic. She's like, yeah, I'm a medic, but you know what? I also murder. It's pretty easy when you have access to, comatose patients and prescription medications. It makes it surprisingly easy to get away with the murdering.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
So do we crack this pod? You know what? I think the answer is no. Let's let the aliens take their turn. And then I think what we'll do is just try and respond. We are going to drop the proximity mine, though, because that won't break our cover or our concealment. It will explode the enemy, however. Dina Meyer, we want you in a position. And I think what we do is we have Dina Meyer go into kill zone. Because I'm assuming when the grenade explodes, the fucking jig is up. Like, if the grenade goes off...
Scanning.
Where's Jake? You see? And why did he not get to move? What did I do with you, Jake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my other guy? Busey? Jake? Where's the Businator? What did I do with Jake Busey? There he is. Okay, for whatever reason, cycling through for some odd... That's real weird. For some reason, it did not actually get Jake Busey an opportunity to move. That's bizarre in the extreme. Alright, so we're going to Overwatch here with the Businator. Denise Nuclear Richards, you're on Overwatch as well. Amy Cameo Smart, gonna go with a little bit of Overwatch for you. Seth Padre Gilliam, hey, guess what? Gonna be Overwatch. And Brenda Desperation Strong is gonna try out our new toy. So I think we just drop this proximity mine right here in the middle of these jackasses. That way, if they move on their turn to try and patrol, they get destroyed. And the jig is up. So that should be the end of our turn. There's a proximity mine on the ground. Let's see how this works. Okay, well, it did remarkably little damage. It only hit one guy. All right, well, that's very much not what I was hoping for. That hit exactly one guy. We're going to get a lot of Overwatch here. Is that the beam cannon? Denise Richards pulling 7 damage. Seth Padre Gilliam pulling some shred damage. That thing should be dead, because we just shot the holy living shit out of that. The Elite Shield Bry guy is actually fucking on fire. Yep, alright, so we already killed that thing once. Now we have to robot kill it. Let's see if Denise Richards can maybe get a hack off on it. That would be sweet. Archon is active. They're going to take their reaction move. So Archon and Kodak on the move. Not a problem for us. This guy... Oh, come on. We killed it once. It doesn't also get a go. That's straight up horse shit. Did that miss? I can't believe that missed. If these other two guys get a go, though, we're in deep, deep, deep shit. Because now we have a unit that's completely out of cover. I'm very salty about the fact that, okay, it did not get a go. So, I mean, that's really weird. Brenda Strong is in a terrible position. And also, Brenda Strong, shouldn't you have been concealed? I mean, call me crazy, but it seems like you had concealment and should have been able to maintain your concealment. I don't know how we lost that. We've got Archon, who is admittedly a problem. One of those guys over there is on fire. I believe it's you. Jake Busey's not going to be able to get over there because there's a lot of acid in the road. Hey, Jake, would you mind going maybe around? Oh, this is Brenda Strong. We could path Brenda around the acid. If we had Brenda run and gun. You know, I have her thinking having her run and gun out into the hoary nether and the great unknown is probably a terrible idea. I think we're going to want to try and stay as close as we can to our current position. So where's Jake Busey? Jake's on the ground, right? All right, Busey is on the ground. Busey is also still cloaked up. So if we just have you rapid fire this Archon, what are your chances like? No, not a slash, Jake Busey. A rapid fire? No, honestly, surprisingly bad. Double 68s is not great. Double 33s is worse. Jake Busey could almost guaranteed kill that thing. From his current location, which admittedly is not ideal. If he moves at all, though, he's going to be revealed. Desperation has a pretty good chance of just straight up killing that Kodak. So I think we just have Amy Smart. Can you chain shot this Archon and kill it? Actually, hold on. All right, Pete, stop what you're doing. You're not thinking straight, man. You got it. You're all discombobulated because there's no Casper Van Dien. Without Johnny Rico on the team, you just oftentimes don't know how to behave. But it turns out you got to stop and think about what the shit you're doing for a second. Because I was thinking we could hack this robot, and then I remembered that Denise Richards is not Johnny Rico, and she can't hack shit. She could skull mine. What can you skull mine? That elite shield bearer who I think is on fire and really not a priority. What are your chances to hit with a serial action? Okay, so we have to trigger. Well, what's your chance to just straight up hit? 70. You can skull mine that guy, but you can't shoot at him because you can't see him. I'm concerned that this guy is going to explode into acid when I fire. Man, I know I'm taking a long time here, but this is a really delicate situation. We gotta take our time. We gotta be careful. We also have to make sure we path properly. So I think we take a slight risk with Brenda Strong, and it is only a very slight risk. We're gonna have her go to here, and then to here. And then we're gonna have her shotgun our nice friendly neighborhood Kodak. So yeah, go ahead and do that, Brenda.
On your order.
Jump down, leave that Andromedon. We got plans for that son of a bitch. You don't worry about an Andromedon even a little bit. What I need you to do is one-shot kill this Kodak. If you could just eradicate it in a single blow. That's exactly what we needed. Beautifully done. Hey, Kodak, how do them psychic powers treating you when you take 17 blast shotgun damage to the side of the head? Yeah, it turns out they're not that useful when somebody just evaporates your entire skull, are they? And now that this guy is not near anything, we don't have to worry about him erupting into some kind of explosive ball of fire and completely porking us. So we're just going to have old Jake Busey go ahead and take... You know what? Can Jake see that guy from this tile? Because I would prefer Jake be in full cover. Can you see this guy from this tile? The answer is no. If we move Jake Busey there, you can't see him. Alright, Jake's going to have to shoot from where he's at then. I don't really relish the thought of being in a half cover, but I do relish the thought of a double 81% rapid fire at this piece of shit. 8 damage, pretty solid start. What can you back it up with here, Buse? You're rapid firing. Yes, we all know you're revealed. It's fine. And 10 damage. Oh, and a tumble. Insult to injury. Fucking railing kill. Oh, somewhere Ryder is going, ah! Oh, and shrieking like a woman because he's so stoked about the whole railing kill. He's like, yeah, that was a railing kill. That was good work, sir. Railing kill. Nice job. And that means this Archon, yeah, chain shot 90% twice. Get shit on. If we miss this first shot, I'm going to be unspeakably salty. We did not, but he did dodge it, which is horse shit. He is on fire, which is nice. Yeah, suck some fire there, dude. How do you like... How about a little fire, Scarecrow? 10 damage follow-up's also pretty strong. So he has no armor. He's got 6 health left. That puts him in the very highly killable range, as I like to call it. Seth Padre Gilliam. You know, we've got this new ability that we haven't tried out yet, and it will hit both of these guys, will it not? Can't tell if it's hitting this guy, or I don't think it is, actually. Do I want to bother using it, then? I kind of don't. So who would we have? We still have Dizzy, too. We got the Diz. Dizzy can go... All right, let's do this. Dizzy, let's have you go with a lightning hand shot here. I just want to soften this Archon up a little bit. So we're going to have Dizzy soften this guy up. There's our lightning hand shot. Now we're going to look for another target, because even if that guy dodges, I have a feeling that Denise Nuclear Richards is going to be able to finish him off. We won't worry about sniping you. That Elite Trooper is a problem, so our best bet then, I think, with Seth Gilliam is going to be to just straight up go for the cover destruction. Yeah, let's not overthink this. Let's just get Seth Gilliam, get a nice little plasma grenade, get it out here, destroy some cover. We can also kill that other guy. He's basically a freebie. Sorry, your just fucking collateral damage, Advent Shield Bearer. I mean, it seems dismissive to just take your entire life and sum it up as, you know, just an acceptable loss. Understandable casualty, but, well, I really don't care. Oh, you know what? I forgot we had Salvo. Well, let's just see what you can... All right, well, why don't you just shoot at this Archon, Seth Gilliam? And then we can have Denise Richards do her patented nothing, I guess. There's a little bullet, and our Archon has been completely riddled. Man, we got a fucking little bit of Valentine's Day massacre going on with that. That guy got shredded. And I guess we'll see... Denise Richards can't see this guy, huh? Well, let's... Can you see him from there? You can. All right, we're going to see if Denise Richards can get a kill. We're going to give her the chance. 87%. She actually has, I think, a stock. So even if she misses, she can probably get this done. Denise Richards did not miss, however. She delivered the 5 damage. All right, so solid output. Our initial encounter, 2 pods popped, 2 pods dead in the same turn, and Jake Busey is now free to fucking stroll around the map at his leisure. He'd be like walking up here going, hey, Brenda, what's up, girl? That's some damn good shotgun on that Kodak, man. You put that gun right in the side of its face. Sweet, man. Just turned it into absolute mango chutney. Well, I mean, not really mango chutney because it's got a metal skull, so it was really more like the kind of shit we would throw in a frag grenade. But still, it was, you know, it was metal machine chutney. Una Meyer's just going to go on Overwatch. And also, I'm going to wrap this episode up because it's getting a little long. We had a little bit of a long intro, and we still have 5 turns on this mission. And since this is very difficult, I'm guessing there are at least 2, possibly 3 pods left on this. We've got some time left to work on this one. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see the continuing adventures of Jake Busey and Brenda Strong as they stroll with some swagger through these missions, making mango chutney like, I don't know, fucking Gordon Ramsay on crack, you might consider subscribing as well, because we post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.